Hello, everyone. Cheersy.
Cheers.
Cheersy.
Oh
How's
yeah.
everyone doing? We got Coach Mike back. Ooh, okay.
I'm back, y'all. I'm back. I might have lost my voice, and by might have, I definitely lost my voice, but it was good times.
Good
Good
times, good
times,
times.
Jay. Yeah, dude.
I'm excited. We could talk about it tonight on the podcast. Let's not give out too much
Yeah.
stuff. So we got some fun stuff here. Guys, we're gonna be going through some awesome products that we have down below. Make sure you check out our carousel, swipe through, check them out. Um, and make sure you click that follow button if you can. I think Mike is sponsoring a giveaway today.
I am. And dude, I'm up in the ante too, because one of the things that I came out of the last couple of weekends of this trip is that, again, I'm working towards impacting 25,000 lives and I'm cutting down the window. So originally it was going to be an 18-month goal. Now it's going to be my 100-day goal. So my goal over the next 100 days is reach 25,000 people. I don't care if you guys are paying clients. If you win the giveaway, I'm trying to even offer, we're upping the ante to anyone that participates in the race is going to get a 45-day access pass to our fitness and nutrition vault. So you'll be able to learn new habits, get access to the start of our nutrition course, and then be able to integrate things, have our meal plans, workouts, all that fun stuff, which I'm trying to help you guys out, trying to make a difference. You know what I mean?
He said, "Get your ish together,
Let's
or
do
else."
it.
Okay.
Right? Exactly.
But yeah, no, I
Exactly.
think that's awesome. I think that's really good to hear. I think people should be excited for that. Let's write hi everyone in the chat. Let's say hi
Oh yeah.
everyone.
And also I'm going to be checking my phone because I have like tech support and help on the phone. Oh man, now I lost him. I'm here. And you know how you don't answer for a minute? They're like, "Hey, are you gone?" I'm like, "Hey, you take like 17 minutes."
To answer. So answer me back right now.
Yeah.
Did you order the thing for your camera, Mike?
Which thing?
The thing so
The
you can hook
cam
up your
link?
camera?
No, I got to actually order that now.
You should do that ASAP because I know you'll wait 5 days and I'll be very upset if you don't have your nice quality camera with me. You know,
Yeah.
my pet peeve.
I know how you roll, G.
Uh,
Actually got to send out a gift card too. So while I do that, hold on. This person's now they're trying to sell me short. I was like, yo, the gift card each should be $150. Like, no, you get $100 each. I'm like, no.
you have like a contract or somewhere where it states that?
Yeah. No, like they're just like tech support, like, or the customer support. I have like no idea what our like thing is.
That's so annoying.
Yeah, it's a little bit. I actually like reached out to the brand. I'm not gonna say who the brand is right now. I reached out to them like, hey, can I give you guys some feedback? That's like another technique I've learned is like to ask to give people feedback instead of like berating them right off the jump. It's like, hey, can I give you my experience right now?
Back and tell you how much I don't like what you're doing. Okay.
Yeah, it's like, listen, I'm gonna try, and I'm not doing it to be mean. I'm just trying to do it to actually help because like I'm not trying to do this every month. If I have to do this every month, like you're gonna lose me as a partner. Like, you know,
Yeah, basically.
or give
Oh,
me
you
more
know, we
money.
got to try doing this through Zoom. We
Yeah.
got to remember,
Oh,
we should
right.
try that tonight.
Yeah, totally do that tonight. I'm gonna be at the gym, so I won't get back until like 30 minutes before, probably.
All right. Well, either way,
Like I'll be back at 9:30. And then
we'll figure.
boom.
Let's see here. I was gonna ask you a question, Mike. Oh, so tell me about what I should be and shouldn't be doing for my.
Ooh, for week 3 for your
Yes, because I need to know.
adherence. Yes. All right. So let's break that down. Also, just a fun fact, guys. Right now on my carousel, there's a lightning deal for the Govee light bar. So I have it highlighted. It's about 60% claim. Just a heads up, I would jump on it. So what we're going to do for week number 3 is now you're going to have a 10% window. Every time you put food into your body, the way this is working is you are going through our nutrition guidelines as a checklist. Anytime you put food into your body, that's what you should be doing. So when you go through your checklist now, every time you put food into your body, 10% of those meals. So if let's say you're eating, how many times a day would you say you're eating right now between snacks and meals?
So breakfast, sometimes like if I'm like honestly working, I don't eat till 1 o'clock, which is fine. Like I know you said that's considered fasting anyway, so it's fine. But breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then like 2 snacks maybe.
So that's a perfect breakdown.
Yeah, like 3 snacks. Maybe I have one after dinner, between breakfast and lunch and between breakfast and dinner type situation. So probably I would say 6 meals altogether today in a day.
Okay, so that's even better. Hey, camera, where are you going, bro? You see that?
It's like, hey, detect someone on your wall.
So what happens is it went into the locking mechanism and it saw my head and it thought it was me, I guess. So bring it back down. Bring it back down. Relax.
It's like, Mike, I think you're up there on the wall.
Yeah, like saw that. So I'm gonna just keep it down here and lock it into place and not let it go. That should be good, right?
Yeah, you're
All
fine.
right, so we're back. And good to go. I'm just checking with Express. Let's see if the camera turns away. Because they should be good now. So now you have 6 meals a day. Let's times 6 times 7 is 42. So that's 42 meals and snacks you're gonna have throughout your entire week. So now we take 10% of that. So that would be, let's just call it 4, because you're not going to have 0.2 of a meal. So 4 meals throughout the entire week where you can break the nutritional guidelines. So that means you don't have to have 10 grams of protein. You don't have to be eating every 2 to 4 hours. You can actually drink calories. You can have like alcoholic beverages. You could, whatever you want to do. But here's the also other side of it. If let's say you don't eat every 4 hours and it's been 6 hours since you've eaten last, that's technically considered a cheat meal because you broke the guidelines. So you got to make it count. So like, for example, if you have fruit and you don't have vegetable with it, technically you broke the guidelines. So that's one of the, like all these nutritional guidelines.
Every serving else supposed to have vegetables with fruit.
Boom. Yeah, that's the guidelines, homie.
I just thought within the day.
Do you not read all this stuff?
No, I read it, but I thought it meant like if you didn't have X amount of vegetables today, you can't have fruit.
So that's one way to look at it for sure.
Does that count? That's what I was doing.
Yeah, as long as the ratio at the end, like that's actually a good way. You can look at it that way. As long as the ratio. Now the goal though is in every meal, when you have a piece of fruit or a serving of fruit, you want to have a serving of vegetable to balance it out because of the fiber. Because even though fructose is good, it's still at the end of the day can be sugar, and that if we have it in like tremendous quantities, potentially with it really shouldn't be an issue because we shouldn't have other types of bacteria flourishing at this point. But if you start to introduce like wheat and other types of potentially inflammatory things like maybe lactose or I'm trying to think of maybe another one. If you do trans fat and stuff like that, that can potentially feed bacteria. I'd have to look into like some of the actual dynamics at play there. That starts to go a little bit outside my scope.
This morning I had one of those bagels I sent you, the organic ones with cream cheese. I don't know if that's 10% protein. Definitely not, right? Go.
Well, no, because bagel could be like anywhere from 3 to 5 grams of protein. Cream cheese could be like 3 or so grams. So that's the exact thing. You got to look at every time you break a guideline, that's a quote unquote cheat meal. So it brings your awareness.
Oh, no, my bagels have 13 grams of protein.
Oh, there you go. See? Because usually it's like 5 to 8 grams for 2 slices.
Well, that's what I said. This brand, the organic David's bread, and it was actually really good. I toasted it up. It has 680 grams of omega-3s, nice. 12 grams of protein per bagel.
So there you go.
And 26 grams of whole grains.
So there you go.
So this is a good brand then, right? I would say this is a win-win situation, no?
I definitely would say that, especially if you feel like you enjoy having it. Sorry, I'm just like looking through the carousel. I found another lightning deal, by the way, y'all. So I'm highlighting it right now since we're talking about the kind of fitness side of it. We got the adjustable bench. So yeah, I think that's a good one for sure. So that's totally fine. So this week, again, going back to any time you're going to have a meal. So let's say it's Friday or Saturday and you're going out for dinner and you're like, you know what? I want to have some drinks. That counts as a quote unquote.
Does each drink count as a cheat meal or?
No. So that's the cool part, in my opinion. The cool part.
That is because I've been really pissed if like I had 4 drinks or say, I'm probably not going to have 4 drinks, but if I have like 2, I would hope I don't have to use those as 2 cheat meals. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. That's my point. So that's the benefit to it as well. So it brings your awareness to it. And this is where we start to then play with cycles. So eventually, like next week, we're going to go to 80% adherence. So that means 20% of your meals. So that's 8 meals. So that means every single day you could break.
I almost don't even want to give myself that leeway. I almost don't want to do that because I'm scared I'm going to be like, all right, well, this will count as a cheat meal. I'll F it today, or something like that.
So, but that's the whole point. It's trying to figure out seeing how does your body respond. And then we start to go through cycles. Like 1 week we do 100% adherence. So you have no cheat meals. 1 week we do 90% adherence. When we do 80% adherence, and then you repeat that cycle. And you could do this month in and month out, or you could flip flop. Like I have a client right now who's preparing for a physique competition, and he's doing 100% adherence, 90% adherence, 100% adherence, 90% adherence. So we're refeeding him on certain days and weeks, like reloading his glycogen, but also leaning him out as well. Because usually when you're doing 100% adherence, you're usually going to lose weight.
I will say
body fat.
That I don't feel like a reaction to wheat, but I feel a little sluggish. I don't know if that's anything to do with the amount of sleep I had last night. But I also definitely feel bloated. I will say that. I definitely feel a little bloated. And the other day, I guess this might be a TMI and I might have to save it for later, but the other day I introduced chicken, I was fine. And then the next day I had it and instant run, like run to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was the chicken or something else in there, but it was dairy in there, but I've had cheese already for 3 days.
Yeah.
I've had like everything that was in there already. I had corn tortilla, so it wasn't wheat. But it kind of might have been the first day I had corn.
I was going to say corn would be another thing I would think about too. Those are two separate things.
I might have, but I did have a corn tortilla the next day for lunch, and nothing happened.
So then, I would think maybe. And what was it? Chicken breast or like chicken thigh? I'm thinking of maybe the fat ratio. How was it cooked? Maybe.
I just air fried it.
Okay, so it's not like the oils that we might have used, because I was thinking.
I didn't cook it. So maybe I just haven't. Maybe my tummy just wasn't feeling good that day. I don't know, but it was just randomly, and that's the only day out of this whole cleanse that I went like, instantly.
You're like, oh no,
this is not okay.
Yeah, like
run. I'm like, you need to come here now,
dude.
You know that with me, or you gotta come here now.
It's an emergency.
Basically, he's like, "You all right?" I'm like, "I don't think so, but I'll survive." And then that was it. And then I was fine for the rest of the day. So I don't know what it could have been, but and then I had it for lunch yesterday too, the chicken, but no corn tortilla. I did have a burrito. I introduced whole wheat back in my diet with a whole wheat wrap. So I did a whole wheat wrap and so forth. So
dude, your numbers are looking great. You look good. How do you feel?
I feel okay. I think now though, I don't know, and I'm trying to keep myself in check, not getting obsessive with this.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting a little obsessive.
You not even a little bit. Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I could definitely see where, the just prior behavior, because I relate to this. I do the same thing, man. Like we can become obsessive very quickly, like it's like something you can latch onto, especially then when you see results, right? Because you've seen results. So you're like, all right, cool. Like I don't want to hinder those. And this is where I want to just be able to reiterate, like, this isn't just about this month. This is about the rest of your life. So
no, that's what I'm trying to think of too.
And then slowly but surely, and then this is going to take time, man, because we're working against habits that we've created even as a family for decades. You
know what? But I'm also proud of myself for sticking to it, because like I told you, I texted you the other day that I went out to dinner with my friend Tahita, and she helped me with my car, the whole car situation. She works for Carvana. Shout out to Tahita. She really helped me with everything with that. I couldn't have done it without her. And where was I going with this? Oh, so we went out to dinner, and she's like, "You can't just have one drink with me, blah, 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 blah." I'm like, "You're a bad friend. No, I can't." And so she's like, "What can you have?" And the mussels came with French fries. I said no. We literally shared a burrata. I didn't touch the bread it came with. I didn't touch the bread at the table. Had a burrata because it's just cheese. I figured protein.
Yes.
And then a tuna tartare, which came with avocado, tuna with soy sauce, and maybe I might have had a little sugar in it. It tasted a little sweet. I'm sure the sauce was doused up a little bit. I tried not to stay away from it. And then I just had mussels, which I found out afterward had white wine in it, but it's boiled down, right? So I figured I did my best.
And dude, you did great from what I read and what I gathered and even what I'm hearing here. And what I will reiterate is this is what it's about, figuring out the sustainable choices that we can make over time and what's going to feel realistic. So even right now, like you said, staying disciplined, it can be a slippery slope where let's say you do go out and then we try an 80% week or this week where you can have a drink or you can have the meal. Here's the downside is when you go out to dinner and dessert becomes two different meals.
Yeah.
So then it's like, okay, we had dinner, cool, have drinks, whatever. That's one meal. Then if you want to have cake or dessert or something, that's technically a second meal. So that's, I think, an important distinction to make, not just for you, but for
the first time. I wasn't crying over it. Like, don't get me wrong. And we went to Water Zoo. They make every pastry in-house. It's freshly made desserts. And they have rainbow cheesecake. They have all this stuff. Really good. And I was like, okay. And Tahita had my favorite thing, an espresso martini. I was like, I could do without it. So I think I'm getting in the mindset and that it's really also about portion control. Like I had the bagel this morning, but I didn't put a ton of shit on it. Or, hey, for lunch now, I'm going to have, something with a little less carbs, maybe. Not completely zero, maybe. I got carb-free noodles. Maybe I'll throw some chicken, tofu, whatever on it. But I'm trying to find a pattern that works. I read the elliptical at 10 o'clock last night for a half hour.
Dude, I see you getting it.
I really felt like, you know what? I'm going to be sitting in bed. I didn't work out today. I wasn't active whatsoever. So let me go in the garage. And I rode the elliptical for a half hour and did some resistant band arm workouts and just kept it.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm trying to, even if it's not like an intense workout, I know we should be doing a little bit more.
No. Hey, stop right there. Don't take away and discredit what you did. What you did is very, very important because guess what? You do that over time. The compounding effect of doing that is what's important. And it actually does make a difference. It makes a difference.
And I started working out in front of Logan too. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. I wanted to ask your opinion.
So from my perspective, I think it's a beautiful thing so long as you don't put any guilt or pressure, in my opinion. This is just my opinion, of not guilt with like, oh, why aren't you doing this? Inviting her if she wants to, allowing her to do it, but not making her feel any kind of way for not doing it as well.
No, I wanted her to see us just being active. I feel like she doesn't see that enough. Like, yeah, we go for walks at Target, but like I did like a quick 10-minute no weight fucking, excuse my language, for body workout. And if you guys see me huffing and puffing,
I was gonna say also you're getting work in right now, by the way, which I respect. I'm actually finishing setting up my desk. You know what? I'm gonna join you, G. I'm actually gonna get mine and set this up. Do you mind?
Do it.
BRB. I'm gonna join you.
Oh, guys, if the things we're talking about. Also, we're gonna go through all the products in the carousel. Do not forget that.
Yeah, you hit them.
We're gonna go through some products in the carousel. Don't think we're not talking about products too. Just me and Mike haven't seen each other in like a week because he's been in Vegas at a conference. So we're catching up on some nutritional facts of our diet plan. I'm obsessed with this Underdesk bike. It's in my storefront, guys. It's not in this carousel. It'll be in the carousel tonight, but it has 8 speeds, and you see me huffing and puffing. It's like riding a real bike. No joke. But we're going to go through these products, guys, with you. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let us know. We're just catching up. We have the full podcast tonight, and that's where it's more us talking and not about the products. Today, we were just catching up at the beginning of our stream, and then we're going to jump into these products. Because since we were talking about food, I highlight the airtight food storage containers, which come in a 4-pack. Come with the chalk markers, the labels, the measuring cups. Keeps your food fresher for longer.
Can we just talk about this? Even just for like when you're meal prepping and doing all types of nutritional work, I think having these, again, I think if everything can it be a tool? Like, how do we look at this as a tool? And these are definitely, to me, worthwhile tools and it saves you money, right?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it makes food last longer, so you're not spending as much money. You know what I made last night? I keep almond flour in this.
What'd you make?
I've been making these mug cakes, they're called.
I don't even know what that is.
So literally, you just throw all the ingredients. Michael!
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
We're down. You're right there, Mike.
Oh, no.
What happened?
Might be a little bit of crack up on my camera.
I don't see anything.
Oh, man, everything.
I can't. We can't win, guys. There's always something that happens with us. Always. Whether it's cameras falling, mics falling, sound not working. But hey, we're live, and that's what it is, right? We're not pre-recorded or anything.
That's why you got it. That's the fun of going live.
Mm-hmm. I've been riding for 25 minutes, guys. Look at me.
Just crushing it.
Can you hear me, Mike?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Okay. Oh, dude, I don't even know, man.
Yeah, the camera's working, so.
It's all, but the angle's all messed up.
So just level it out. Just put something underneath it to.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. You're.
There we go.
Mike's camera just fell, guys. We're getting it back together, though. Whew.
Get it, G. How's that looking? Can you see me?
I don't see. Well, you're not sitting down.
And when I say see me, I mean, does it look like? Does this look okay?
You might have to move the camera down. Can you do it with the electronic way?
Yeah. I'm about to move it.
Just bring it down a little bit, and you'll be fine.
There we go. Okay.
Go down a little bit. There you go. There you go. Perfect. You're good.
Is the TV okay? Like it's not in the way?
Yeah, you're good. You're perfect.
Perfect. And I can ride the bike now. Dude, I'm really grateful that Ashley, even though I have some stuff to move around. Like my wife did something really awesome this weekend while I was away. She organized and moved stuff around on me to try and surprise me when I came back, and I thought that was really sweet.
Yeah, Josh would murder me if I went to his office and touched anything. So very hear that. Want to hear a funny story?
I love stories.
Not that it's funny. We got into a little not tiff over it, but like I saw Josh walk by with this drill in his hand yesterday, right?
Nice.
And I knew he was doing something. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, something in my room." I'm like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, he's like, he turns around and he goes, "The carpet keeps moving. I'm going to drill it to the floor." I'm like, "No, you're not. Like, you're not screwing into my beautiful hardwood floors that we paid a lot of money to get redone."
Into the hardwood floor too, yeah.
And he's like, "Well, they're not just your floors." I'm like, "I get that. And I understand your frustration, but I'm sure we could find an easy solution. I'll save up and get you a bigger rug. I know it's frustrating. Like, we're not here. I'll help you." He's like, "I don't want your help." I'm like, "Just let me help you. Like, I know you're frustrated, like, but we can easily just move the rug." So I moved the rug a little bit. It's still moving a little bit for him. And I feel bad. So I'm going to try to save up to get him a new rug. Oh, hi, Christina. I wasn't looking at my chat.
Yeah, Christina.
How you doing?
Oh, dude. And she broke my freaking pedal. Oh, my God.
There's no way she broke all this stuff. Would you, like, run through it like a bull? Hold
on. Ashley's in the chat. Mike, check your texts. I just need to know before I go get Lena so I can get Tessa. Dude, hold on. Hold on, girl.
Hi, Ashley.
Supposed to run on Rose with me. Are you sure Mike can come today? Yes. So Mike's not going to come today. He's coming tomorrow morning.
Ashley, I'm just seeing your stuff on the Facebook. Get carpet tape. I did, and it's still not holding it. We tried that. Is he kidding, LMFAO? Although Mike would do that. Yeah. What pedal? She goes, "What pedal?" I'm like, there's no way Ashley went through there and broke your pedal.
No, dude. I'm telling you, it was fine before. Now, when it was moved, it's because you put other stuff on it, so it's all like.
Okay, well, it was an accident. It was an accident.
Of course, no. It's not like she comes in here and is like, I'm just like this. So this is why, like, I agree with Josh. I'm like, internally, if I'm gonna be transparent, I'm like really, really frustrated right now. But I'm also trying to be empathetic and grateful that she did this because I know it's coming from a place of love.
And can I take some credit because she asked my opinion? Do you think it's a good idea to clean Mike's garage? I'm like, I'm sure he'll be very happy.
Yeah, no, and like I
can take partial credit for like convincing her that it is a good idea to go in that garage. So I'll take full accountability for that as well. But hi, Christina. How are you? I'm just seeing. Okay, how you doing?
Yeah, Christina. And dude, it's like it's a very sweet, nice thing, but I sent Gina the video of the garage. Yeah, exactly. And she said,
no, and I said clean it. Yeah. I did. 100%. That was me. I was like, Ash, he needs some help.
Get that. And I did. I told her, I was like, dude, the bookshelf, like that was super helpful. I was avoiding that. Like, this is helpful. It's just like, it's because when I came home, it was like not like halfway done, right? So now it's just like more stuff.
The whole thing with Tessa, like with the screw happened. So
Of course. That's what I'm saying. And I would gladly take a mess and broken stuff and Tessa be okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Anything else. But it's like, now this is more stuff I was not planning on doing that now I have to do. But I look at it this way. I get to do it now because I get to organize the garage the way I want it.
Now to organize that damn garage.
Exactly. So now it's like, it's a call to action in a meaningful way. So
you know what I started doing? I'm going around my office because I was complaining about my office being super messy the other day. And I'm like, you know what? There's so much stuff in here that from other brands that I've gotten. Let me post them on Facebook Marketplace. Maybe someone could use them. You know, so I'm starting to like, I already sold like 5 dog beds because I had literally like 17.
Nice. Yeah, dog beddies.
I gave away, what did I give away? The cat house. I don't like a whole bunch of stuff. So I was like, all right, this works. So now I'm going to go through here, go through your garage. Maybe there's stuff you're not even touching anymore.
Dude, that's what we're doing. So I'm going through even some of the old stuff that we were sent that I've done streams on, but we no longer are using it.
Yeah.
Like I have an old microphone I used to use, but I got this new one and I don't use the old one anymore because it was
that's something you might want to save in case you want it for like podcast style. Someone else comes over.
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
David, I have 3 mattress toppers. I have 3 laundry bags. I have, what else did I have here? 2 diaper bags, like things I'm just piling up. And I'm like, what am I keeping all this for? So,
and I look at it, dude. So I set out I'm going to like share my personal goals with you guys. So it's like for accountability, there's 3 things that I'm going to get done in the next 100 days. You want to know what those 3 things are?
It affects 2,500 lives or something.
Oh, I totally just broke my pedal altogether. Like,
wait, can't you just screw it back in?
Yeah. I'm just gonna screw it in really quick.
Okay. I was like, wait, you could definitely screw it in. It's definitely not broken. Oh, I did 30 minutes. I'm good.
Tessa, Bubby, come here, girl.
Where's Tessa Boobas?
Tessa, you want to say hi to Aunt Gina? No, you cold?
No, she goes flat out. No.
She goes, no, she's cold. She's naked. Why are you naked right now, girl? Where's your diaper? And your jammies? Can you get me a wrench, Ash? I need like a wrench or something to get this back on. All right, cool. Thanks. She's like, no, I can't right now because she's got to go get Lena.
I was going to say, she's probably doing something right now. It's all right. You don't have to ride the bike right this second. You can ride it after.
No, I need it.
Mike's like, I need it.
It's just like, yeah, this is what gets me. But this is why I did the whole training. This is part of the emotional intelligence development. Being able to chill in situations like this where I'd normally want to freak out.
It's okay. We could all can breathe.
Yes.
Where's the wrench, Mike?
It's in the garage somewhere.
So wait, Ashley's with the kids, and so instead of you getting up and going to get the wrench, which is probably somewhere closer to you,
it's right there. But it's like right by the door. She could have just.
Oh, okay. All right.
She didn't know that either.
Okay, well.
So it's okay. But she could have asked, like, hey, Mike, where is it? And I could have told her.
No, I get it. See, it's so funny how, like, it's a simple thing, but from both parties, it's just a miscommunication.
That was like, dude, that was a big takeaway. And it's also one of the things that I learned from this past weekend was like, how do you show up to people? Like, here's one thing that I've gotten feedback on that I appreciate that I've heard before, but I never really took it in is like how I show up, even as far as like being well kept. Like when I was like really young, I'd be into like, getting my eyebrows waxed and stuff like that, really showing up.
Ooh, no talk. I'm just putting it on the screen while we talk.
So we can play. And then like once, especially getting to the gym world, I was like, I just gonna get used to wearing gym attire. But now like in between when I'm not training clients, like dressing up more, like I'm wearing my Life of a Fighter stuff now because we're streaming, but on like business calls or like even regular stuff, like wearing more of my Express stuff that I get every single month, like dressing up a little bit more and like feeling that empowerment from that and showing up, like instead of just going everywhere in pajamas or like workout stuff, I
try to work on that, not gonna lie. I'm in comfy clothes a lot, in pajamas, and there's a lot of times where I just change my clothes once a day. But I'm trying to be more proactive and in the sense of, like keeping entertaining myself, because Josh goes to me the other day too. He's like, oh, like could you look at yourself before you go and make TikToks? Like, not saying you look bad or not saying anything, but I think just for you, and especially as a business owner, fix your hair. I'm like, well, that's like a mom look. It's kind of like something I do on purpose on TikTok. He's like, I get it, I know, but like I feel like you're like that every day. You don't get as dressed up anymore. And it kind of like I was a little annoyed at first, and I wasn't trying to argue with him, but like he's not
Right.
wrong either. He wasn't wrong because I haven't gotten, dressed up for lives or do anything or stuff like that. So I was like, okay, I hear you. You're not wrong either. And it's about just feeling good too.
That's a big, especially now that you're like also taking ownership of your exercise, your nutrition, like, you know what I mean? Like that's another thing. I'm not only cleaning out my garage, but I'm going through my closet and stuff I haven't worn in over a year. I'm just like throwing into a pile, and I'm either gonna.
How good that makes you feel getting like organizing stuff like that. I did it for Logan yesterday. I literally have 2 bags worth of clothes that like I know like they've been sitting in her drawers and they definitely don't. They're like 12 months. My kid's fitting into 2T already.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's where you just cycle through it and then either donate it, sell it. Like I'm like, so that was the whole point of me bringing all this up. Like one of my goals the next 100 days is buy our first rental property. So I'm like liquidating, like trying to get every single asset we own or anything that has value. And if we're not like truly using it,
because Ashley, know you're also trying to buy a rental property in the next 100
days.
I was like, wait, is this on the checklist of things you have to still tell Ashley?
Well, yeah, we still have to talk about that though. Okay. Like I want to we've been talking about it for a while. Like it's been something that's been on the radar for the next 18 months.
Mike, not that we should talk about it live, but let me know how much I would have to give you to invest in something like that.
Oh, like a rental property?
Like, let's seriously sit down and see like if we did it together.
Yeah, dude, I'm down. Because then that also helps on a down payment and stuff.
Well, I have a great credit score. I think we both do. If we got a loan and it's something that we could seriously consider where you think it'd 100% be, because that's on my list too. Don't get me wrong, and I'm transparent about it. We have some,
yeah, I got
like debts we have to pay off because we just bought a home and all the money we have put in towards the house. Nothing astronomical. But if I see something's going to be lucrative and like we could Airbnb, do stuff like that. My friend Lexi just did it and bought a property in Florida, and it's a 4-family rental. So now she has 2 rented out already, and the other 2 she's going to Airbnb.
So that was the other thing. Like we were talking about this before, right? Like seeing the tangible progress. So that was like the cool thing about even being in Vegas is like the people I got to meet. My buddy, she's a realtor, and that's like what her company like does. And then
I will say it takes a lot of capital to start that, and it takes a while to get it back. Not that it's not going to be lucrative. You probably don't see the money fully back or start on getting yourself out of debt and for the first like 3 years of rental properties.
Well, I mean, it's technically like I'm not even doing it. I just want it. So I'm thinking of it as a long-term asset build.
Oh, 100%. That's what I'm saying. I'm willing for that. Like I know in the market, I follow a lot of people on Instagram and podcasts about Airbnb situations, about rental properties. You just have to know the laws. And that's the one thing I like, if you ever want to sit down with Lexi, she did
30-day, 60-day.
Like, eviction. Yes.
Because if you let them stay for more than an X period of time,
they can stay without paying.
Yeah, you have to be very aware of and that's where we have the good thing is in this network, again, every single person in that room, anything I want to do for the rest of my life, like I literally don't have to leave that room as far as the network of people. Yeah. Not that I'm not saying I'm exclusively only doing business with those people. Like I'm obviously like I have other business relationships, other people we do stuff with, but that was like cool. It's just like the network and the diversity of people and the skill set. Like one of them, dude, I can't even share this yet, but one of them is going to be a politician. I can say that one of them is going to be a politician.
Yeah, just no names.
Yeah, but I want them to come on the podcast too, because it'll be like.
Oh, Mike, what I want to hold you accountable to is our schedule. I want you to pick a person we got the whole next month open, and I'm even holding myself accountable to get Anna on here and pick a date with her. So we keep saying we're going to have guests, and then like we don't actually pick a date for them. So let's make sure by.
Sorry. I was gonna say I'm asking everyone this week. I have 2 people. One's ready for next week. I'm just gonna confirm because, like you said, I want to keep it at Wednesday, 10 o'clock Eastern time, as much as possible, so we don't mess with that. So I have all these guests. I just asking them, hey, can you make 10 o'clock Wednesday at this time? And I'm just waiting to hear back now. But we like one of them. I told you, man. Even said like I could say his name, but I'll wait for him to come on. And actually we have like a bunch. Anyway, I'm just ranting now and rambling a little bit, but so the accountability thing is we'll talk about that. And then also getting my body fat percentage under 17% in the next 100 days, which I'm at about 20-ish% right now. I have to actually check it. I haven't weighed in this week. And then the third thing is, again, impacting 25,000 lives. And I don't care if it's like, again, free or paid. I don't care about the money in this goal. The money to me is going to naturally come when you impact 25,000 lives, like it's just going to come. So just sharing that with you guys for public accountability. And if you think you could benefit from any of that, feel free to let me know. But with that being said, G, what you got?
No, I think that's really it. But yeah, we could definitely talk about this whole experience and figuring it out and stuff like that. Again, I'd love for you to talk to Lexi too, because she did a lot of research on that. So she knows a good amount about that. She did, her and her father did like a partnership and took out a loan and did all this
Yeah.
and worked. Her husband does like handyman stuff. So they went down there. She drove down. He fixed up the apartments. They did it. So she was saying that it's been a lot of work, but it's worth it.
So here's what I gather from it too is I was talking to my friend about this. Is like right now the raw material costs are really high. So normally how I would approach it is like buying a property that's a fixer upper that gives us so we get it under market value. So could we say, hey, listen, this is a fixer upper. So like we give you a little bit less than what it would potentially sell for if it was brand new. That gives us a little bit of what's called, I've heard people refer to as a wedge. This guy particularly on YouTube, shout out to Meet Kevin. I watch a lot of his stuff, and that dynamic of having a wedge worked in the Burr method, build, refinance, repeat, and then it's rehab. So you buy, rehab, refinance, repeat kind of a deal. So you pull your money out and you do it all over again. Obviously, we don't want to over leverage either, but again, yeah, like you said, we'll talk about it.
To flip homes one day. That's something too. I really think I'd be good at. But continue.
But wait, you love to what?
I would love to flip homes.
Yeah, that's me and Ashley talking about that. And then also she can get into the designing side of things as well.
Yeah, no, Mikey, because technically to get a real estate license right now is like really hard and like everyone's doing it because especially with the market. So Mikey, your little cousin Michael, he's like, if we eventually do this, like, we'll cut percentages. I'll let you go be the shower of the house, it's called. So you're like the real estate without the real estate license, where I work under him and I'm like his assistant where I would show the houses, but we split the commission type
that's
situation.
Awesome. I like that a lot, dude. And I think that's what's cool. Like, I'm really interested to hear and see, like, I was thinking about getting my license just for funsies, like not having to cut anybody else in.
It's actually a little harder than it because I looked into it. Maybe in New York, it's a lot harder than it is in North Carolina. And if you'd get it, that'd be even better. But
yeah, but I just don't have the bandwidth to do that. That was my point ultimately. Like, I just don't have the bandwidth.
Like, Holly, could I do it? Absolutely. Yeah. But do I have the mental capacity right now to do that? Probably not. Guys, as we're talking, I'm highlighting products down below just so that you guys can see. We haven't seen each other in like over like a week, so we're really catching up right now. But we're gonna have a full podcast tonight as well. And yeah, point the mic towards you a little bit. Lift it up a little from the bar. No, do it from the bar. The bar.
Like that.
There you go. Yeah. There you go.
Oh yeah.
But also, Mike, what else do we have? Oh, I'm thinking today's Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. We had the podcast tonight. We're supposed to have a sponsor live tomorrow. The brand's going to get back to me because they might switch up your products, but I'll let you know about that. Cool. You have to do those videos I told you about today.
Yeah, I got that's what I'm doing right after this, actually.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I got you. Guys, are we doing a live workout this weekend, Mike?
Yes. No. So this weekend starts like crazy long. I have a virtual. So the same thing I did last weekend in Vegas, I'm doing again, but it's like a Zoom call. So actually I could do it before the Zoom call. It starts, I think, at like 1:00. So actually, yeah. Do you want to work out?
What time again? Sorry.
I would have to check. Let me pull up my calendar right now so I can actually see. Because I want to also do jujitsu. So the weekends I'm going to be doing jujitsu. I'm going to see if Chuck wants to do it, if I could have another coach do it, because that's the thing I want to do. I want to leverage the Life of a Fighter channel to make content even when I can't do it. I want all my other coaches to basically do it.
Well, let me know. I want to work out with you, Mike.
I know. I want to work. So we can, I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. That's why I'll check. Let me check to see when we have our conference starting this week, because I think it's like 10:00.
Oh, you had to see. You know what you missed during? Hold on. I'll tell me the times in a second. We did the Vaunt live on Monday, and then last week on the 17th, while you just were away, I had all the LED lights set up. I had twinkle light. It looked like a whole cool like setup in here, and I had the stargazer on the ceiling, and I showed that off. It was really cool. I got one sent to me, and it looked really dope. We got to get more like lighting products as it looks really cool in the room. Hi, Jeanette. How are you?
Yeah, Jeanette. What's up, girl? Okay, here we go. I got the schedule. So yeah, it's 10 to 8 o'clock. So that's 1 to 11 o'clock on Saturday. So I
1
can,
to 11 o'clock?
yeah,
Or 11 to
1 p.m. to 11 p.m.
You're going to be on a whole call?
on a Zoom call. Yeah.
These people taking up a lot of your time now. Mike,
Wow.
what were the signs that we said? They take you away and they strip you. You're making me nervous, Mike. You're making me nervous.
We're not selling our house.
You seem like you're slowly taking the steps. No, I'm just kidding. But
this is like business coaching. So that's like the fun part of it is like I'm creating a plan. I'm mapping out my next 100 days where I submit that today. And then on Saturday and Sunday, we go over the plan with our group. And we're like, all right, like what happened?
10 hours?
Dude, that's what you got to understand, like the depth of which these things go.
I wouldn't have the attention span to sit on a Zoom call for 9 hours.
Well, I'm gonna work out and stuff too. Like I'm totally gonna work out and like do stuff. Like I'm gonna eat and work out and like I imagine other people are too. There's no way I'm just gonna sit for 10 hours straight. Like
imagine they're like, you can't sit, no bathroom break.
Dude, I will be like, listen, what are you gonna do to stop me?
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna work out. You guys either are cool with it or not.
What time's your jiu-jitsu on Saturday?
It's 8 to 11.
8 to 11, and you have one.
So there's no real way I'm gonna have a window, I think, to work out. So I would say we do it with the coaches, but I do want to also just have us work out.
I want to do one. I did mine by myself this weekend, so I didn't want to miss it.
How did it feel? Did you do a live?
Yeah, no, I did a whole live. Chevy was supposed to do it with me, but where he was had horrible service, so he couldn't connect. And he was in the Hamptons in the middle of the woods.
Oh, that's sketch.
So I did it myself, and I just did an easy workout. I did the booty bands.
Dude, that's a beautiful. And we got the Booty Builder program. Do you have access to the Booty Builder program?
No, you're supposed to send it to me, but I didn't get it
right now. I'm gonna resend it right now.
But I just lost my train of thought. But yeah, so super simple. Like I just did it. It was in a quick 45-minute live, and I was like, you guys could do this with me. And I am not a trainer by any means, but here we are. This is what I do from home, and you could do it too. You don't need equipment. You don't need this. You don't need that. That's right. And bam, bam, boom. So yeah, that was that. Guys, what else do we have down below? I'm highlighting as we're talking again, guys. You have any questions or comments, concerns about these products? They are awesome. Again, me and Mike. I don't know if we're gonna count. Who may not count.
Dude, we're just gonna chat, highlight the products, talk about things people have questions on, and just kind of
see what happens
today. Yeah, we got.
We're gonna see what happens. We're already 45 minutes in, so let's just keep it going, guys. I know you guys miss Coach Mike too. Everyone's asking me. Yesterday, I was streaming alone in the morning because I was so busy last week that I missed a Wahoo live, so I doubled up for 4 this week. Nice. I did one by myself. Everyone's like, "Oh, so you're alone today?" I'm like, I used to stream by myself all the time. They're like,
where you been at? Well, I appreciate that everyone cares.
Oh yeah, no, they were asking about you. Don't worry. They were like, what are you doing? Where have you been?
You're like, what's going down?
Yeah, we had some cool lives last week. I'm excited. We got our bed show coming up on Monday with another $50 giveaway of product, $50 value of product to give away. So super hyped about that. What else was there? Oh, and I hit them up to check out some new products for next month. Super excited about that. Nice. So yeah, I think that was, what else was there? There's other stuff I wanted to tell you about. Now I can't remember what it was.
Jeez.
I don't know. But guys, how we doing out there? Happy Wednesday morning. My friend is coming. Did I tell you my Tahita's boyfriend owns a mobile detailing car service? He does car wash detailing, and he's coming today to clean my car. Like I don't have to leave the house. He comes with everything. Awesome. And he literally, but when he details, this man leaves your car impeccable. Like I've never seen my car. I would eat off the floor of my car. That's how clean this man made my car last time he did it. But there's a difference between a car wash and the detail. So and also the price range is different. Like he goes in and like shampoos the hell out of your car for a detail. But he still does a deep cleaning with the car wash. But I'm so excited because I haven't had my car washed in like 3 months. and I'm like, it's been itching me.
It's time.
It's not even that bad. It's just it bothers me. I have OCD with that, especially now that we own it. I tell you, we own our car now.
No.
Yes, we own our car. We're no longer leasing. That's what Tahita did. She is amazing. Instead of what the leasing company, these little snakes, what they tried to do was we went to the dealership. They tried telling me it would be $500 a month to buy my car from the dealership, right?
Yep.
I went in with Tahita. I'm like, Tahita's like, that doesn't even make sense. You have a buyout price on your contract of your lease, which I didn't know. I've never dealt with that before. I've always leased cars my entire life. So I go there and I'm like, why would it be so expensive? Oh, the interest rate. You're not going to get a better interest rate outside of here. Tahita's like, go to a bank, get a quote for a loan for technically like a refinance loan for your car to buy it. The car will buy it from the dealership, and then you just pay the bank. Cool. Yeah. I went to Chase. I went to Jovi. I went to Bethpage Credit Union. Apparently, credit unions have the best percentage for that. I got a 2.49 interest rate.
Oh.
From Jovi Bank. Complete amount for the car. All I had to do was sign up online, approved on the spot with my credit score, signed everything, gave them the documents for the car, everything like that. They mailed the check to GM Financial. It was mine and only cost me $15 more a month.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so I'm paying $302 a month instead of $289 a month. Yeah, and they tried telling me it's going to cost. They were like trying to finagle me. They were trying to finagle me, the dealership, and they were super nasty when I walked in, when I tried to extra help on how to do this. And, I want to keep it with you guys. Like, how do I do this? Oh, we can't help you. It's nothing to do with us. I'm like, what are you talking about? You're GM Financial. So now I own my car, FGM, and no, I'm just kidding. But guys, if you don't know about cars and owning your car and like how to get a loan or buying out your lease, don't go to your dealership. Go to a credit union, see if you get a loan, and boom. And you know what my interest rate was at GMC Financial?
What?
3.87.
Yeah, wow. So that's where they're working their money in. You know what I mean? They're like, all right, cool. That's how they make their money.
And they said the interest rate would have gone higher. And they told me that I would to pay fees and this and that on top of financing it. And
well, dude, that's like a whole nother thing. Even with like going back to the home buying thing, like you never just like, I'm going to get pre-approved for a mortgage next week. And I'm going to shop around as well. Like you don't just for a mortgage, so like for a rental property. Mm-hmm. So you want to get pre-approved, right? Like what's the most that we can buy with? So we kind of have an idea of like, what are we looking for?
You want to shop and you use, and I know this is going to sound messed up, use them against each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Make them compete. Be like, yo, this is the rate I'm getting it across the street or wherever. But like, what can you do? Like work.
You know what's crazy? I got a mortgage guy, right? Who worked for whatever, I forgot what the name of the company was, which actually knew your dad. The guy knew your dad. Gave me a rate, gave me a quote, everything, right? Mikey's friend, who worked for the same company, the same umbrella company.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, no offense, that guy's ripping you off. I get like, just because you're close with Mikey, I'll help you out.
Like I got you.
The guy wanted to give me a 4.5 interest rate, right? Dude, over 4.
You should be able to get under 4 right now.
I was under 3 with the other guy. I think it was like just above 3, right under 3. I gotta look.
Wait, for the car or for the house?
The mortgage. I think it's 3.25 he got me.
That's good. I think ours is like 3.5 or 3.4 or something like that.
Well, I know my Freeport house was 3.87. So it was, because that was just what it was at the time.
Right.
So now it's down to like super low. And that's how we were able to afford our house now at the same price of the mortgage of the house in Freeport. So it worked out. And he's like, I'm sorry. And now, no offense, your dad's guy was pissed. He's like, oh, I'm down to this. And I'm like, I'm sorry, bro. He's giving me a way better rate than you.
Yeah,
I can't
do it. I'm sorry you want me to spend more to go with you, but like, this is the game. There, you know what I mean?
Need help. I can give you the guy's name was Dan. He was super helpful. If you need help, like he could get good prices on mortgages. Like if you want, I don't know if because he's in New York, he could do North Carolina or not, but
I mean, and also I'm looking for Vegas. Like now that I was out there, like I want to have because it's a high tourist turnover. Now that things are opening up. And the good thing is even without it turning, like even if you take the tourist component of it out, it's still a developing market as far as people moving there. And because Nevada has 0 state tax, there's an attraction to people wanting to go there just in general. So I'm trying to, and like that, again, like my my buddy's company, like they're like, I was like, oh, do you think I should do like, don't even worry about property manager. Like we have people like in-house will just like help you out and stuff. So don't even worry about it. So yeah, I'm like hope, but I'm thinking I might want to also have something close by, just like within an hour's drive in case something happens.
You know? Excuse me. Let me know again, like what numbers are looking at, like what we can do to do, because that is on my bucket list. That's on my goals. Like I know that's something lucrative for the long term, you know, especially out here. Everyone's like 401ks, you need that. Like, yeah, no, don't get me wrong, 401ks are great, but there's other ways to make long-term investments that like are longevity. And that's what I keep saying about also Nanny's house too eventually. Like that's something like even now, like she has 2 apartments in there that are not being used. You can get easily $3,500 a month for those each.
Oh yeah
minimum.
Yeah, dude. I mean, but I think it's more of them like, and then
a comfort zone. No, I understand why they don't. I 100% understand.
But I think also that's the good thing about being in Brooklyn is like having people close by. Because what if God forbid something happens and she falls? Like if we're not checking on her every day in the sense of like driving by. Actually, I don't know. I'm not in New York, right? But like I know like your dad's going by maybe like weekly or something, or maybe more often.
I think once a week he goes. Yeah.
And like I know my dad will try and stop in if he's not. So like I mean I know but even that just the day to day, having like tenants. But then on the flip side, it could also be like if we don't know them, how does Nanny like all that stuff.
Yeah, no, I think. Oh, hold on, Melody, which is actually.
Yeah, Melody. So what I've got highlighted right now is, again, I went back to the LED lights. So you know what I'm going to do, y'all? I'm actually going to put on a little bit of background music, and we're going to play some of the lights right now so you guys can see what it looks like when we have the music setting. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, a little mood light. Oh, let me turn it this way. Turn the other one because that one fell. Put some music on. We're going to rock out. We're going to be rocking out here, G.
Do it. Guys, I'm flipping through the products. I'm going to actually have the air purifier highlighted. I have this in Logan's room now. Guys, we're going through products. We're talking. We're catching up. Me and Mike like to do it like almost like a podcast style thing here. I know we have a lot of like QVC style lives too. We try to switch it up a little bit, you know, keep the conversation flowing, talk in the chat. How you guys doing? You know.
Who's trying to get in on the giveaway too? That's what I want to know.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're doing a giveaway today.
Oh yeah. And I up the ante for everyone that does participate in the giveaway. You're also going to get a 45-day pass to our fitness vault instead of a 7-day pass. So we're upping that bad boy.
When I'm done, I'll produce the videos. You are amazing.
And then while Gina's kind of going through that, I'm going to highlight, I also got the aviator shades on. These did come in handy when I was in Vegas. It's sunny out there, y'all. That's like the other thing about Vegas is like the only downside to me about Vegas and buying property there is like Vegas is not like a naturally sustainable place for life. Like it's
what do you mean?
It's a desert, right? So like they have to bring water in and the temperature. Really? It's dude, like there's no natural water. It's a desert. They have to bring it in from other places.
The ocean? I don't know. They run a pipeline? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, but they have like that kind of stuff. But then where's that water coming from? Where's that pipeline source from? So that means it's coming from somewhere. I don't even know 100%, but like that was the other thing. One of the people I got to meet, there's an architect. He's like, hey, dude, like, especially because Vegas is like, he was just giving me some inside tips. So it's like, which I appreciate. Like, dude, you gotta like some of the people, like one of my buddies there that he owns an island in the Bahamas. And he has his own private jet. I'm like, all right, guy. Yes.
I've learned through my whole life is that a lot of people talk. So unless I see it.
Skeptical, what's it, skeptical critic or informed skeptic? That's what it is. So that's what, dude, you know what's funny, man? I'm totally with you. But we're actually, so I like me and some of the other bros were talking about like, doing like setting up a retreat there, like doing a health and wellness retreat. Like imagine going on a vacation for a week, but you get to go to the Bahamas, you get to do fun activities and workouts. And so that's like something we're like going to try and organize. But my point is I noticed the New Yorkers in this group because I think there was like 3 or 4 New Yorkers, at least that I could recall off the top of my head. And they, to me, seemed like the most skeptical, which is like, I feel like it's a New York thing because like everyone's trying to hustle you. You know?
I think it's also that it's not even that, but when you're I think maybe it's just experience I've been through. Maybe New York is a harder place that we've been through. But have you watched the Netflix The Anna Del Rey story?
Anna Del Rey. Oh yeah, like the fake billionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
That's a real story. That's like a real person. That was based on a true story. So especially after watching that and how she got away with what she got away with, nothing surprises me. I don't care if you're walking around with a Louis Vuitton bag, dressed to the nine in $1 million outfit. That could be one outfit you have in your closet that you wear over and over again. Where's the receipts? Where's the receipts?
Dude. I mean, I've just seen this is what I'll say. It's like I've seen them already have like political influence to like get someone from another country an extended visa to be able to stay here. And I've seen that in real time in the last 2 weeks, but also like, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. They could have said that they did.
I'm not saying they don't have connections. I'm talking about what's in their bank accounts and what they say. I'm talking about financially being successful, having what they say they have. Like, cause I can make a phone call and I know someone from, for example, I can know someone that doesn't cost me anything to have a connection. You know what I mean?
Well, usually what happens when you have those kind of political connections where you can get people into a country and have legal visas, that's a pretty significant connection.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying like you don't have to be like, say I just grew up with this person from X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to be a billionaire to have that connection. You can just have a relationship with someone and it ends up being, you built a relationship over time. So, like I'm just saying, again, I've seen it, especially working in nightclubs, who everyone's, I have this, I could afford that. And then I switch the card and it gets declined. You know what I mean? Like, and then it's like, all right, well, this guy's paying now. Maybe that's just the
experience,
experiences I've had. And I'm not saying, I'm not discrediting anyone. I'm just saying,
being an informed skeptic.
You have a jet. Let's see it. Take me on that jet. Then I'll believe.
That's
take me on that jet.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, hey, you're gonna fly me out there because if you have 2 jets, that means you could fly us out. We can go scout this island. But again, that's another thing. I would want Ashley to come with me, but then if Ashley doesn't come with me, that's all. We'll talk about that.
What about the kids?
We could talk about that tonight.
Well, what about the kids?
They come too.
You really think on a business trip where you're scouting an island?
Why wouldn't they come? They can what? Like, why would they not? That would be fun.
I guess, but is it like a family-friendly place you're staying? What's the environment like? What are people? Are other people bringing kids? You don't want to be that one family with all the kids and everyone's out drinking all night long or something like that.
Speaking of which, there's another resort actually that is apparently like inviting influencers to come stay there in exchange. Like, all you got to do is just pay for your flight and they'll let you like stay there and have a trip. That's like something else we could map out for a vacation.
I'm down for that. You know how many hotels I've done that for already?
That's what
not flights. I've done it locally. Like I've done it where I'm like, hey, I'll if you can comp everything in there, and I mean everything to the food, to the massage, to the experience. I'll vlog about you. Hotel Indigo. I've worked with them a few times.
Hotel Indigo is nice.
They're really good. They're really great. They've always taken care of me. I've done a few vlog episodes that done really well over there. They are super, super nice. I've done it for 3 hotels in Pennsylvania already. And they even let me switch to different rooms to check out different rooms. They were
try different styles. That's awesome.
So nice. And I provide them with the content too, depending on like, obviously if it's something where they want me to go above and beyond in the sense of filming like a commercial for them, then I'm like, hey, I got to charge you a little bit. But if you let me and my family stay, I will gladly film it. And if Josh comes, he got the good camera.
Yeah, but like, yeah. That's why I'm trying to like figure that out. But again, also everything to me right now is for the next like 100 days is focused on these like goals, and like the goals are also like personal too. Like even like I'm gonna start dancing. Me and Ashley are gonna start going to dancing.
Did Ashley agree to start dancing?
Yeah, I talked to her. Yeah, I already talked to her yesterday, but she's not like, I thought she'd be more into it honestly, because we did dance lessons for our wedding for our dance. I was like, oh, I thought you like that. Like I thought you'd actually want to do that. She's like, I mean, I don't really genuinely actually want to, but I will if you want to. I was like,
I was gonna say like that's. I remember Josh wanted to learn like I think it was either bachata or something like that for our wedding, and we just never got around to it. So he's like, I told you I'd do it with you, and then like that never happened. So
yeah, I mean, we'll see. We shall see.
But Mike, do you mind holding it down for a minute? I have to go potty for a second, and I've been
potty it up. So I'm actually gonna play a little bit of a workout demonstration for the adjustable bench that we have.
Oh, okay. Well, you could have fun demonstrating your bench. I'll be right back. Good.
Ooh. Let's dig into this, y'all. So we got our Flybird bench here. Now let's break down the adjustable benefits here.
So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the Flybird adjustable bench. And I'm a huge fan of the brand Flybird first and foremost, but I love the adjustable bench. It's so versatile. And a big thing that I like here is check out this spot for your ankles where you can hook your feet. The cool thing I like about it as well is it folds down, as you can tell. Also, I'm going to show you guys on the flip side the pin and spring action. I'm going to pause for a quick second. I want you guys to see this has a spring component of it. So when you pull it out, it'll allow it to lock into place versus other benches. Sometimes we'll just have a little latch mechanism. Also, I want to show you guys the different positions to give you a little bit more idea of the versatility from the angles here, as well as talk about how that comes into play with your training. When you're able to change the angle, you can focus on different muscle groups and how they interact with one another. So the ability that Flybird provides to change these angles going into multiple different positions is awesome, as well as being able to work in a variety of different exercises as well. And the durability of it is clutch. That's a big one for me, and
What happened? All right, y'all. So I don't know why I was getting a little
highly recommend.
There we go. But yeah, so that's, and again, they have a lightning deal right now. So I highly recommend, again, you guys take advantage of that deal, which is why I wanted to play it. But also let's dig into the Flybird adjustable dumbbells, because this is another set that I haven't talked about on this stream. You guys have heard me talk about quite a bit. Break them down.
So in this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the Flybird adjustable dumbbells. Let's dig on into them. So these are really cool because of, again, the adjustable style and the handle right here I really love.
Oh no, why is it not loading? Here we go. Come on, it's going to load.
Compared to some other adjustable dumbbells I've tried in the past, wanted to give you guys a little bit of the dimension look. And the cool thing is, again, you're going to see me right here, turn the handle, and that's how you select the weight you want. It slides right out, you drop it back in, you turn the handle, and you get the next one. It's a really cool feature compared to, again, some of the other styles that I've seen, and being able to go all the way from 11 pounds up to 55 pounds within seconds is an amazing, both cost-effective feature, in my opinion, as well as a space-effective feature where you don't need multiple sets. And again, I wanted to highlight that here just by going through how easily you can do your reps, superset it, drop the weight in, change it, and then go up or down in weight, which is, again, for me as a trainer, as a coach, as a fitness professional, an amazing option, especially from a home gym perspective. I also wanted to highlight for you guys the actual locking mechanism. These buttons I'm pointing at right now are what actually will release the weight, and these nodules here in the set are what's going to do it. So the only time you can change the weight is when it's actually in the mold. So this way you have a nice safe grip. You don't have to worry about it when it's out of the mold.
I am, y'all. So I think that's pretty much it. I wonder why they're getting a little like choppy, because I'm actually loading it right from my computer. But I'm also going to highlight the Govee lights because, again, they have a lightning deal right now. You guys will notice that every time I'm talking, the actual lights are changing, as well as I also have some music playing in the background, which it also picks up off of. So I wanted to, that's one of my favorite features, honestly, to have it for, is especially when I'm doing my workouts. This is a really fun kind of dynamic in the lighting. And then I set them for usually like yellow, orange, and red, which are going to be LED light colors that can help keep us or transition us into the sympathetic state, which is our fight or flight state, which can be helpful to leverage during workouts, especially if you are an athlete or someone that performs with their body, and just getting your body used to and acclimated to that dynamic can become very, very helpful. So highly, highly recommend that, y'all. And let's see. Let me know if you guys got any questions. Also, how's everyone feeling with a giveaway? You guys down to do a giveaway? I haven't seen anyone say they want to get in on that. So if not, which is totally cool, we don't have to do a giveaway, but I wanted to open that up and offer that to everybody because, again, we're up in the ante for anyone that does participate as well with a 45-day access pass to our fitness and nutrition vault instead of just 7-day pass. So I got a fun little added bonus for you guys. What do you guys think? Let me know. Ooh, we also got the new comfy pillows we got. I already highlighted those before. And again, like Gina said, we have another sponsor stream that we're going to have coming up. We're going to do our podcast tonight. For the podcast tonight, I figure we'll dig into a little bit more of the stories of my experience for this past weekend from being in Vegas, and then start to line up guests that we have coming up ahead as well. So we're going to have all the fun, y'all. All the funny fun. What do you think, G? Or G's not back yet. Just kidding. So yeah, I'm going to turn the regular lights on because it's kind of looking a little dark in here. It's kind of cloudy and overcast today, so the light is a little bit different.
Okay.
And we're back.
I'm sure Mike held it down.
Held it down. Holding it? Held it down. Yeah, I'm just playing with the lights now.
You're playing with the lights?
Yeah, I turned them up because it's getting kind of dark. It's like rainy and overcast here, so I figured I'd turn the lights up. Crank them.
Yeah, we got a little bit of an overcast too. I hope it doesn't rain because if it rains, then Moose can't wash my car. So, where'd you go?
Wait. Let's see what else. So I'm excited about the podcast. And I thought we'd dig into some more stories. I'm curious if people are going to have more questions to dig into that as well.
I'm sure they will.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. Oop, all these lights turned on. No, turn off. There we go.
So this is my game plan, G. After this, I'm going to do my bed shore videos. I'm going to get all that taken care of and uploaded.
Thank you, sir.
A little bit of a hit workout, and I got some calls, all that fun stuff.
What do I have? I have a meeting with one of my clients after this. One of the people we manage. Comedian. She's actually quite funny. And then what else do I have today? I'm going to get my car washed. I want to do some more shoppable videos, update my Facebook marketplace today. Oh,
yeah.
And I think that's it for today. You know, not a heavy workload. Get ready for the podcast tonight.
Mm-hmm. I feel you on that. Yeah, dude, I'm excited about podcasting, getting some more topics. Also, dude, one of the guests that's going to come on again. There's so many interesting dynamics into a lot of the topics we can dig into too. Maybe I'll have some responses back by tonight to see who can come on what day. So we'll start to map out our schedule.
If you want, if you can, reach out to them and ask like, hey, what does your April look like? Don't even try to shoot for March because March is kind of like over with now.
Already done pretty much.
So like say like for the first week of April, be like, hey guys, like pick a Wednesday. We have no one lined up for Wednesday, so we'll start knock them out, as per Wednesday.
Yeah, and then we can.
Oh, we also have to set up a meeting with Dr.
Yeah, I was going to say with Dr. Eric and his partner or his managing. So that was one thing that's going to be a priority because I want to get our blood work done. That's going to be part of my personal goal. The other personal goal is again, body fat under 17%. So I want to be able to run my blood work, be able to get an analysis on that, then be able to change up and write a new custom workout protocol. And we're going to have some fun stuff going down for sure. So I'm excited to see again, and I'm going to try and track this much. Also, I'm going to be starting to develop some of the new programs. We got our 8-week to shred, getting ready for the summertime. It's going to be coming up ahead. All this good stuff.
Awesome sauce.
Gee, just look at this cam link being bent though. Ugh.
Did you try bending it back to use it?
Oh no, I didn't even try that.
Michael, just because it's bent doesn't mean you can't reuse it.
Oh yeah, look.
Michael, you're stunad.
But still.
What do you mean who didn't think of that? Why would the first thing I would do if I see it bent is try to bend it back?
No, but who would do that?
I'm sure she didn't do it on purpose.
No, of course not. She was just trying to helpful. But it's dude, I don't know. This is just another thing. Take a step back, think about what we're doing. Look around because I know how this was set up. This was plugged in. So that means she dragged the desk without unplugging anything, keeping everything plugged in, which I appreciate.
Or maybe that's when she ran over to grab Tesla. You don't know. Maybe she ran over or hit something while in the middle of trying to do all that, because I don't know how I would write. I'd probably be, and again, it's not your fault. I'm not saying you did anything wrong, but if my child was choking while, when Josh was away, even if it had nothing to do with him, I would just be mad that you're not there for that. I had to go through that scary experience alone. Sure. And it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not Ashley's fault. It's no one's fault. Right. But, it's scary. And, there was a time Logan vomited up and started choking on it, and I happened to be there, and Josh wasn't home. I called him up fucking excuse my language, hysterically crying, and I told him to come home right now. He's like, well, I'm picking up Justice. I can't just turn around. I'm like, get here now. But then I calmed down and I'm like, all right, keep going. But it was like the scariest thing. And she has trauma too. Didn't someone die from choking in her family?
Yeah, exactly. Her grandpa. So that's why I'm like, of course this would happen. This goes into a whole nother dynamic of like, I'm like, yeah, like obviously that's scary. There's like a lot of intense emotions behind that. So I'm like, great. While I'm on a plane ride too. It's not even like, it was just like, yeah.
No, it was a lot at once, like, and I'm just sure she's super feeling alone. That's probably what it comes down to. Is she's feeling alone, even though she's not alone, and for women, sometimes it's just a different feeling that no one else can comprehend, and it's hard to explain. And we got to be able to express that. That's another key thing too.
That's, I think the key thing is the communication, right? It's like being able to communicate. And that's why I also, anyways, we don't have to talk about this on this part. We talk about that more maybe tonight.
Okay, yeah, we can talk about it later.
But, and I'm fine to talk about it now too. But I think that's a key component. It's just like, again, coming from a place of understanding and empathy, not coming from a place of like, what the F, and like being a victim and like the victim mindset kind of like, oh, this, on my side, even of how I'm approaching it, is like, because like on the flip side, it could be like, oh, well, dude, of course this all happens. Like if you would have just not gone into the garage, if you would have just not touched anything, none of this would have happened, right? Like if she would have just stayed out of the garage, don't touch my stuff, let me deal with it, or I'll ask you to help me when I'm home. Because because that's the other thing too. Like she doesn't know how I want that
doesn't help the situation either.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, so like I didn't even approach her at that or come at her with that. But it's like, dude, I might as well have, because by the time I came home, like it was still like, but obviously I wouldn't have, because that doesn't help. Imagine if I did do that though, how much worse it would have been.
Oh, of course, especially if you make it feel like it's her fault, which it wasn't. It was not.
Of course it wasn't. Like, dude, that's like, if anything, it's the opposite. Like she saved her. Like, you know what I mean? Like she should feel good and like operate. And here's the other thing. So here's where I look at it as a positive, or I spin it. And the perspective is like, we ordered a life vac, this little like anti-choking device. So now we have it in the house ready to go.
Ashley was telling me about it. I think I seen it on Facebook and I want it too. I should have it. Don't get me wrong. My friends have shown me my friend who's certified and everything, because she was a lifeguard. A swim instructor for kids, so she's like certified and all that. Certified. Yeah. He showed me like what to do, like if they're choking and stuff like that, and blah blah blah. But that's good to just have.
Yeah, exactly.
And worth the investment. You know what I also realized I don't have? A fire extinguisher in my house.
You should. Yeah, that's important too.
Unless I do and I just don't know where it is. And Josh,
I think we have one right by the fridge. I'd actually have to double check.
They expire too, right?
Yeah, you have to rotate them after X many years.
My dad had one in his truck, right, in his work car, and he had to go pick up
in the van.
In the van. Yeah. Well, now it's a new work van, whatever. But apparently he was transporting these giant monitors to JFK. Like there was like 3 of them in the back, but they're like 75-inch, really industrial heavy monitors, not like a normal TV.
Right.
And they were moving in the truck a little bit, and I think it hit the fire extinguisher. Fucking exploded in the back of the truck. But they were all in boxes and wrapped up, so they didn't ruin the TVs. But the entire truck was white. And my dad had to pull over. It was like a whole thing, and like it went into the front, and it was like a whole thing. He's like, "God damn it,
dude!" I could imagine that is no bueno.
And it wasn't even his car. It was the company he works with now.
The car, yeah.
And it was just like, oh, that's not good.
This is just great.
Did you also see? Hold on, let me just see something real quick.
Let me see. Show me.
Someone's watching on your page. Someone was on my page. Guys, I'm highlighting the Beatles nail set, so you guys can check that out. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, guys, please access. We have a whole bunch of products down below. While we talk, we got everything highlighted. Did you see who got a new chest tattoo?
No. I think I know who you're gonna say, because I thought I saw him getting a tattoo, but I didn't see. I'm guessing that's what he got.
Yeah, I mean, like, not that I have nothing. Obviously, you can tell I have nothing against tattoos. I was just very surprised. I just texted you.
Yeah, I'll investigate it. Hold on, let me see the picture.
I think the finished story is in on Facebook.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, interesting.
Maybe that's like an affirmation for them or for him. You know, he's like, I have to be trustworthy or earn people's trust, or I don't know.
Well, it says I think he got something about being alone. Do you know what it feels like to be alone?
I mean, I think we all do, right? But I yeah.
I was surprised he did it. I was surprised he's able to sit there for it, to be honest with you.
For just because of the location of it.
Oh yeah, that hurts tremendously.
Yeah.
Tremendously.
Yeah, that bone or that needle on the bone action.
Yeah.
No bueno. But yeah, if it's important to him.
I'm just wondering how much that cost. That's the first thing that popped in my head. It's like, how much does that cost? That could have easily been like a 6-month car payment.
But probably, yeah, potentially on. I think if it's not color, and I don't know if like color makes a drastic difference too.
No, that normally doesn't make too much of a difference. It's the time. It's like the hours that go into it is per hour. Yeah. So type situation. But I was just like, I saw that and I was like, oh wow. I mean, I'm curious to see it now.
Yeah, I mean, and if it's something that, this is what I always go back to, is if it's something that you think is going to be a positive in your life, great, go for it. But also remember, because it's like a tattoo, it's like, dude, you're seeing that every single day. So if it reminds you of something that's not going to serve you, you know what I mean? It's like if it could be a potential like.
Hi, Jennifer.
Yeah, Ludo, what's up, homie? Hey, Jennifer, how was your weekend, by the way? What's going down, homie?
How you been? Mike is back.
I'm back. Whoop, whoop.
Mike is
Guess who's back?
Back
again.
I've been posting 4 times a day on TikTok to see if that actually works.
How long you been doing that?
For about a week now. I don't really see much of a change, to be honest with you. I'm just getting a little frustrating, but I'm going to stick with it for a couple weeks and see how it goes. It's just having the time to pump out 4 videos a day. It was 4 times 7, Mike.
28
videos a week, yeah.
So yeah, like how long, did you have a plan as far as how long you would do it before you're like, all right, it's not making a difference?
I think I said at least 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay, so like trying to give it a month to just give it
to really work with the algorithm a little bit. That's what my partner said, Don. He's like, post 4 times a week, 4 times a day, and see what happens. But do it like for a while. Don't do it just for a week and then stop, you know? So I'm like, all right, everyone's telling me Gary Vee said to do it. That's who that is one of the top people I want to meet in my life before I die.
Gary Vee is?
You don't know who Gary Vee is?
No, of course I do.
Oh, okay. Gary Vee. Yeah.
Yeah, I just like saying Gary Vee's.
I think do you like him or?
No, I do. I haven't watched his stuff in a month or two, but I like the mindset and the support, and again, giving insight to people, trying to create value. I think there's always, for me, an angle though. Like always, what's the angle? Like, and maybe his angle is just like, again, trying to grow, right? So like, it's like just understanding what's their angle. What's the value they're trying to add? So from my experience, his angle is he's trying to add value for people. And then I like the approach. You provide enough free insight and value that people can take action on it and actually start to like validate what you're doing by making money. And then you offer up things that they can invest into, like coaching calls or courses or things like that. And then be like, all right, cool. That? I think he does calls.
Does he? I didn't know. I just know that I follow his Instagram and TikTok and like YouTube page. So I know that he pumps out tons of free stuff, like from his podcast and stuff like that. So like I've never signed up for anything, but just I think it's, for me, it's the more the motivation and his story behind it.
That's a big one too.
I think that's his mindset for me is someone that like is very open about what he does or where he came up from, and like the whole like not that he doesn't believe in college, obviously. But
saying it's not a must-have.
It's not a must-have. It's more about the experience and life experience you got. Like he's someone who didn't do school. He didn't do school whatsoever. You know, not that he didn't do it whatsoever. He went to school, but he ended up working more than going to school. You know, he rather see kids take a gap year and travel Europe, which is more beneficial than doing 10 straight years in college when you learn nothing about the real world. You know.
Facts.
So I like that. That's what I did. You know, I took way more than a gap year before going back to college, but I think I took like a 6-year gap.
Me too, man. I went from, I think mine was like a 3-year window.
When did I go? I went right out of college for like a semester and dropped out. And then I went back at like 23. So 18 to like 23, 24. I might have even been 25 when I went back. It might have even been like a 6-year gap or something like that. And then I went back. I got my
But you got it done, right?
associates. Yeah, it was cool, whatever. It was money spent. I feel like it didn't do anything.
Now, do you think you got your ROI? Like
No.
your return on investment on it? So I think that's like a big one too. It's saying like, all right, how could I have taken X many dollars, tens of thousands of dollars spent, and where could that have been better served? Maybe starting a business, maybe like investing it into a trade school, like learning another skill.
Absolutely. I don't think there was any ROI in going to the college because what I did since I took that giant year gap, 6 years, 7 year, whatever it was gap, is that I learned way more working in the field of what I do. I already started my business at that point. I thought I needed a business degree to work with all these people, but then I realized like my goal was like I wanted to work for Google. I wanted to work for, Amazon or whatever in their marketing department. And that was my goal. I wanted to work for one of the big top name companies. And then I'm like, wait, I could be doing and be my own boss and do what I love by doing it for other people on a smaller scale and make that more lucrative than working for a 6-figure company where I got to work a 9 to 5. I can't make my own hours. And the thing is that some of the classes I was like getting seasoned for what I was doing in real life, but it was because they wanted the technical terms and you had to write down the definitions. And I'm not good at memorization. And even one of my teachers, I went for her for help for after course. She's like, I'm like, I've done this a million times. I have a business. She's like, it's because you hear me say it and you're like, oh, I know this already. And you tune me out because you like, I know this already.
Right.
So you feel you're checked out already. She's like, I could tell you know this, but for you to remember what, the 3-4 P's of marketing are, and you're like, shit, what's the definition? But I know this. Right. I've applied it. So at that point, that's when I'm like, all right, do I really need to go back for my bachelor's? Unless I'm trying to teach, which that was one of my goals, I would have to get a master's. But for me to spend all that money to just teach, I didn't see the purpose of it.
Value in it, yeah. I mean, I get that. And then Margaret says hey, and that she's in for the giveaway. So Margaret, you're the only one in the giveaway right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a screen share. We're gonna screen share here for a couple minutes. If we get someone else in, we will do our race, and if not, we're gonna bring it home, and then we'll be back for a podcast tonight. And we can also do but we don't do a giveaway on the podcast, but if you guys ask for it, like I'm happy to do it at the end. So just throwing that out there, but so we got the giveaway window. Margaret's the one holding it down. Anyone else in for the giveaway? Also, Margaret, I'm gonna go into my email right now and I'll send you your gift card. So I feel like you're the one that sent to me that I didn't go through last week, or I didn't send it. So I want to make sure I get that out to you. Let me see. Yeah, exactly right. I have the email right here. Bingo. Send that email right now. What else is going on, Margaret? How's your weekend? But Gina and you, oh no, can't do that because then that's a guaranteed, you win. Because then we like if one of us wins,
what do we win?
You know what I mean? Unless you want to just have a fun race. And then what I'll do too, Margaret, is I'll send you where I'm giving away a 45-day access pass to our fitness and nutrition vault for anyone that enters it as well. So what I'll do is I'll set you up with that. Whoop. Nope. I didn't want that there. I wanted that here. Here we go.
You want to watch Margaret run across the screen?
Right? Just Margaret, just holding it down solo style. Be like, it's me.
Guys, this was kind of just like a refresh for the week, a catch-up conversation episode. We ended up talking 90% of the episode, but we highlighted all the products down below. So if anyone had any questions, comments, concerns, we were here for it. But yeah, what else did we have today? Oh my God.
We're just going to do one for funsies.
All right. Okay. You want to do it?
Margaret said she's down to just do one for funsies. So we'll just do a minute one. This will be actually the perfect kind of countdown for our outro anyway. All right, we'll get that ready. And let's see who we got. So Gina's crying because she's excited about the race. Margaret's smirking. She's got that confident look. Oh, Margaret's saying I sound tired. Now I just lost my voice, Margaret, because I did a lot of yelling this weekend. So my voice is a little shit. It was a good time, though. I got to say, it was a good time, everybody.
Good time to be alive.
Airing it out. Let's see. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Who's going to pull it out? Who's going to pull it out? 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Not even 15. Who do you think's got this? Watch. I'm going to win. I'm going to be the one that pulls it out. Be like, yeah, I won. Let's see. Coming down the home stretch. Coming down the home stretch. Who's going to do it? Oh, I did. I pulled it out. Look at that. See them skills. See them skills. Yeah, congrats to me. All right, so that was fun. Margaret, thanks also for being down to just joining us on that one.
Yes.
So I think that's pretty much it, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. It was good to be back, just kind of getting back into the routine of things. We'll be back tonight for the podcast, kind of get it all going again. Thanks, Margaret.
Well, with that being said, guys, thank you so much for joining us here today. We will be back here 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and make sure to click that follow button and tune in Monday. We got a huge giveaway with Bedshore, up to $50 value in product, and we might have a sponsored live this Thursday. We'll keep you guys posted. As of right now, it is scheduled, but I will let you know. And guys, thank you so much for being here with us. Okay, bye.
Bye, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.